It's showtime.
Welcome into the SEC Pub.
Welcome in. It's another week of college football, so we're opening up the SEC Pub. I am your host, Dale. Yes, we're dealing with some tough weeks, but you know it's part of football. It is what it is. So let's start off with the best and worst of the week for me. The best of the week is the fact that college football is indeed back, and the pageantry for college football is absolutely unmatched. And this is just an example. When Florida State comes out, they do the flaming spear. Look, you can't find that in NFL game, can't find that in NBA game. It gets you real hype. You might lose, but still you get real hype. And so I appreciate that for college football. All right. Now, the worst of the weekend. It's pretty much, I mean, look, it is my LSU Tigers losing, but we're gonna cover that later. Okay, but the worst of the weekend, I would say, has to go to Minnesota, because Minnesota, they lost the game. All right, and they're playing at home, and the guy misses the field goal. However, they hit the fireworks. I don't know who hand was on the fireworks or whatever, but they hit it. All right, and you lost the game. That's not what you want to do when you lose the game. So that's my best and worst of the weekend. Will, how you doing, man?
Awful. Like my defense.
Yes.
Which
What's
is
your
the
best
worst.
and worst of the weekend?
So that's the worst of the week. Was my Gators defense. Just Swiss cheese awfulness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not fun.
I understand, man.
Best of the week would be a few of those. There was a few outrageous catches this week. And yeah, definitely one of them by a receiver from USC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a
If
wild
it was
one.
really a catch. It was really a catch.
It was a catch. It was ruled a catch on the field. And then
it was reviewed.
What happened?
And it was reviewed.
Yep, still reviewed and upheld.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sound a little bitter over there.
A little bit.
Understood.
It's okay. We'll get back to it. All right. You got a worst of the weekend? Just the defense, pretty much worse.
Just my entire Florida defense. Yeah.
Got you. Jake, what's up, man?
Oh, not a whole lot. Enjoyed a lot of football, and I have one best of the week candidate. Coach might actually know who this guy is. If he doesn't, that's fine. Transfer quarterback to UC, Brendan Sorsby from Denton, Texas. The only reason I thought Coach might have heard the name before. Had his debut game for the Bearcats and went 22 for 31, threw for 383 yards for 2 touchdowns. Again, this was from a college that absolutely no one knew about, Townsend, but he had a great first game, and I thought that was a good look and something UC's been dying for as a quarterback that's accurate and can throw the deep ball, and he looked really good.
Okay. All right. What about the worst of the weekend?
Worst of the week was by far Coach Billy O, head coach of the BC Eagles. He was not enjoying life this weekend. He sweated completely through his shirt, and it looked embarrassing. But at the same time, hey, they got the win.
They got the win, yeah.
Got the win. Soaked his shirt, got the win. He'll make that trade every time.
Yeah.
Hey, and what was cool, though, I'm going to give Will a shout-out. Will, in the group chat watching the game, said this guy's got a little bit of Kyler to him. After the game on SVP, Billy O was talking and said, you see a little bit of Kyler Murray in this kid. I'm like, Will already said it. You can't steal what he said.
Appreciate you. Absolutely, man. He really do. Little Thomas Castellanos, man. If you ain't know about him, not the most accurate guy, but he just makes plays, man. 5'10" on a good day with some lifts in, and yeah, that man, he's fun to watch, man. Quarterback.
You said with some lifts.
He's a small
All right,
dude,
Coach.
bro.
What's up, Coach?
What's up? So, for me, my best, it was the obvious, man. That Longhorn offense, the way they were just rolling along, man, and specifically Arch Manning, big ups to him. He got his first 2 Longhorn touchdowns of his career.
Mm-hmm.
And my worst of the weekend, this is going to go over the whole season. Dabo Swinney.
Leave Dabo alone, y'all. He's fielding an extremely white team, and he's doing his best.
And I particularly for the reason of his stubbornness is penalizing his team because he refuses to use the transfer portal. He might retire after this year.
That's what I think is going to end up happening. He's not going to adjust. He's going to retire. I think I saw a little bit of that with Saban. Don't get me wrong. Saban's still a man. Okay. I'm not disrespecting the man like that, but I think he was sick of, having to re-recruit guys and all that kind of stuff, keep them on the team. And just dealing with the overall non-stop recruiting of the recruiting of your team and other players, new players. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I think it was for him. So I see Dabo following in those footsteps really quick. So
I wonder where
that'll end up at Youngstown State.
Yeah, I wonder where does the time come from? Because every coach you had your things that you had to do yearly, and part of that time allotment is for recruiting. But now you're always recruiting. So where did that come from? Like, what did they take away, or are they just not sleeping? Like, what? It seems.
I think the college game itself is just nonstop.
Yeah,
and
crazy.
you've seen people take a step down, like being a head coach. Now I'm gonna go to the NFL and be an assistant coach because now I get an actual off season. I can go do things with my family and all this kind of stuff. Where college it's the whole, you keep going. They have these debt periods.
Other than the paycheck, it's a pretty unforgiving job to be a head coach.
Yeah, it is. It really is, man.
Hey, he don't want to do the work. He used to sit up there on the name of Clemson, getting the best of the best. Now you got to compete against other people who got long paper as well.
But I kind of feel him because that's why you work hard and you go to a place like Clemson so that it could do the name can do some of the recruit. That's why you play for prestige, like you coach for prestigious places, so that the name can help do what you're going to do.
Yeah, but they had a double-edged sword. They had the name and recognition, and they were more than likely still paying players under the table.
Yeah, that's okay.
But now it's an open.
Right, and he really just don't want to do the portal thing.
He don't. And shout out to the greatest college coach, Saban. Shout out to him because he said it all well this weekend.
I just want to say you guys keep talking about a $20 million roster. Yeah, if you don't play the right guys, you'll be shit out of luck.
Shout out to that man.
Let's go,
Goat. Shout out to the GOAT. So was that on actual game day or was that the second?
Yes. That was actually a lot.
So he's used to. I think he's getting used to getting loose like that because if he's been dealing with Pat on his show can do all that shit. So and if I've been watching Pat and I haven't seen him come on the show, but I do know that he is regularly working with Pat, and that type of energy rubs off on you. Pat, Pat got everybody open right now. That's why I fuck with Pat. Man.
That's
he
it.
really got everybody acting like themselves.
And Pat's a good dude to have a coach or a player that's fresh out of retirement that wants to get into broadcasting to kind of get a little bit of teaching from, because it's like, here's the stuff to say and not to say, but here's the time to let loose and do your thing, which is why Belichick's starting off with Pat too.
Oh, it couldn't have been a more perfect matchup to put him, Belichick, next to Pat, because Pat is going to force you to be you. Like that, the way his energy is, the way he does things, you're either going to not come on the show or you're going to be forced to just be yourself and deal with him being himself. And Belichick, I don't think he has a problem with that. It's just that we haven't seen a lot of it because he's buttoned up as a coach. And we saw some of it when he did the roast with Brady. It was amazing to watch him come out of his shell like that. I enjoyed more than the jokes he made. I enjoyed his reaction to the jokes made about him. But yeah,
Dale, you got a twin?
It's gonna be fun to see.
I guess.
You said what? What is happening?
Dale had a twin. You didn't see it?
I got like multiple sessions up in here.
Hey, you taking that show?
It wasn't even the fact. It wasn't the fact that he was on there twice. It was Coach's reaction because he was like, "Wait, where? Who?"
Right, multiple over here.
Coach was like,
"Who's on first?
More of them?" Like, he was. Just, I don't think we
no more LSU Tigers. Go Tigers!
All right, man. Let's start off with a little bit of news. And this one starts off in LSU. Running back John Emery,
of course it does,
torn his ACL in practice on Tuesday. If you want to know who he was, it was the guy that ran the long run for LSU in the game versus USC. Yep. So, but this is sad for him because
he's the one that had the injury history.
Yes, he's like a graduate senior guy. Had a couple torn ACLs. He had like he was academically ineligible one year. He had a whole bunch of stuff wrong, bro. And like this was supposed to be his last year, and now this happened in practice. We'll see if he gets another year or if he decides just to go pro or whatever, man. But I feel for the kid because it's one thing after the other with him. So, and he was starting off pretty good. So, yeah, I definitely feel for him.
So, I'm getting who's that? It wasn't Portis. Who was that? The McGahee that had to no. He can either be McGahee or he can be Frank Gore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gore kept busting his shit up too, and then he ended up he ended up being what? Like he's one of the leading rushers of all time.
Yeah,
I want to say
Frank
Gore all the time.
Yeah, ridiculous amount of length in his career. So yeah,
just kept running, just kept running.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, hopefully things turn out for the best for him. My prayers go out to him though, for sure.
Absolutely. Dale, let me ask you this.
Florida. Mm-hmm.
What does that do for the depth chart now?
Well, we still got our number 18, who's our leader, with at starting running back position. We still got Caleb Jackson, and then after him it's going to be Caden Durham. So he's probably going to see some work.
Let's
go. Exactly. So yeah, we're coming up on a week where he can probably see some work. So we'll see what will happen this week. Of course, we're going to preview that LSU game coming up a little bit later. Let's go to Florida, who lost their starting quarterback to a concussion. Graham Mertz is injured, so now Lagway is going to start at the quarterback position. Will, how do you feel about this, and how did you feel about his performance last week?
If I was a classless man, this would have been my best of the week when I started out, but I'm not. So, what I'll say is, yeah, seriously. What I'll say is I loved what I saw from Lagway. First drive, he scored. DJ looking good, looking a lot like AR, Anthony Richardson, back when he was there. And but next drive he threw a pick. It happens. I don't even think he wasn't expecting to play. So
you were extremely excited though.
Crazy excited.
I can tell by your text.
Yeah, I was lit. I was like, we in here. He's going. The boy from Texas is going. And he got out there, and it was just good to see because don't get me wrong, Mertz is probably the more ready quarterback. He's a senior. He can play. He's been playing quarterback. But you can just tell when a guy changes the field just by being on it. And that's the type of ability Lagway has. Just by being on the field, it changes how you got to defend the team. It makes every receiver better because they're going to get more time. I look forward to this. I hope the team around him is good enough that he doesn't get beat up and then, a little shell-shocked. I don't want that for him. But he seems like he's composed. He actually looked a lot like the guy he was facing in Cam Ward.
Right.
So, who lit us the fuck up for 385 yards. Good times.
So, with college football starting, of course, we've got rankings. Right now, all we have is the AP rankings. But, of course, you put some rankings next to some teams and you got debate. So, here we go. Georgia is number 1. This is followed by Ohio State. And we have Texas, Alabama, Notre Dame around the top 5. Ole Miss goes to 7. Oregon at number 7. Penn State, number 8. Missouri Tigers, number 9. And Michigan, number 10. So,
I like Missouri.
Yeah. Missouri has a nice, manageable schedule, too.
they have a Heisman candidate on that team. He's going to light it up all year. That receiver.
Yeah.
Burden. I think his name is Burden III.
Burton. Yeah, the wide receiver. Yeah.
Yeah. He's unstoppable. Fast as hell. Yeah. Just crazy after the catch. Kid's nice.
Yep. So with this looking like this, look, Missouri can stay up there in the top 10 with their schedule and keep it manageable. They'll get their way into the playoffs. This is going to be wonderful for them. Notre Dame as well. Their schedule looks pretty manageable, and after this win,
they can win out undefeated.
Right. And without them having a conference championship and stuff like that, they're gonna get an at-large bid, right?
Yep. Unfortunately.
So,
yeah, but it'll look, the Notre Dame situation always sorts itself out. They're usually good enough that they're not stealing somebody's spot, and then they lose. So,
yeah, well, I don't think that's gonna happen this year. Just
you think they're gonna win?
Yeah, because the way their schedule looks, bro. Like their schedule.
Yeah, but I'm saying once they get to the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
If it doesn't bear out, it's not gonna matter. They'll lose.
Right. Yeah, but it takes somebody's spot, and that's the problem.
Look, if they win out, they win out, man. If someone else isn't winning out, I'll tell you, it's not like they're playing Hawaii schedule.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's talk a little bit about recruiting. 4-star wide receiver Jamie French. He's a number 17 wide receiver in the ESPN top 300. He committed to Texas, and Texas been hooking some recruits lately.
We're coming for you, LSU. We're coming for you, dog.
That's right. And just to look at some rankings for the class right now, Ohio State looks to have the number 1 recruiting class so far, followed by Alabama, LSU, Georgia, and Auburn in the top 5 there. Texas just number 7. Yeah, Texas number 7, so they're not that far behind. They can make up ground real quick. I'm not seeing Florida on this list.
No,
Will,
you won't.
That's because they got a lame duck coach.
Well, I'd say lame duck coach. Yeah, Billy Napier is whack, bro.
Okay.
Stone Cold bum.
Yeah, seeing Ohio State at number 1 there is beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm almost worried that DJ will save this bum ass dude's job.
Yeah, so that's the next thing I really wanted to get into. So let's get into some games here. So Florida, they lost against Miami, but like I said, Grant Mertz got a concussion, but you got to see your 5-star plus quarterback Lagway. But with Billy Napier getting a freshman quarterback, I mean, the fact that it's a 5-star plus guy, that's props to Billy Napier, right? I mean, he got a 5-star guy in there.
Will ain't buying it.
What happened? I mean,
you don't care?
I got distracted by some idiot. I'm sorry. What was the?
Billy Napier
said,
got a 5-star
fly.
plus quarterback in Florida, but he's going to be a freshman. So does having a freshman quarterback buy him another year? But also, shouldn't the guy get credit for getting a 5-star plus quarterback on the campus?
Sure. I mean, I'm glad he did it. He wasn't even going to start the guy, but okay, it's cool. Look, I'm glad he brought the guy in. Will he be able to coach him and make him? If you could just bring in a 5-star, but you don't make him better and you don't build a team around him, then I don't really. What's the point?
Well, yeah, he's
I'll
got to develop.
I'll give him the rest of this season for sure. See what I don't want him fired during the season. I don't think that'd be good for anybody. And also, I would worry if you did fire him. Do you lose DJ? Because DJ obviously came to play for him. So,
I mean, there's a possibility you could also get DJ to have. I know he's obviously not going to have the same name factor, but if he plays well enough and gets some excitement around it, you could get the Arch Manning effect where you see Florida stealing some high-rated wide receivers to go there and some other positions too, even the defense, because a lot of players just want to be a part of something great. That's what the old Florida team with Tebow did. So his power and his notoriety could bring the recruits in as well to help.
Yeah, but my point is if I don't want Billy there, and if Billy's gone, does he leave because Billy's gone? And then no one's coming to play with the guy who's not there. So, I hope he has that effect, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Nico's having that effect on Tennessee right now.
Right.
People are lining up. That's why they got that in the top 10 recruiting class. So
okay, let's talk about your matchup versus Samford. There's no lines on the game or anything like that. This should definitely be a get right game, right? Where you can see some stuff and work out some kinks.
I really just want to see who's going to start quarterback in this game. Is Mertz going to be okay from the concussion or
no? Billy Napier already announced it's going to be Lagway.
Then this should be fun. It's a good game for him to have his first start. He's going to have great success against this team, obviously. So, yeah, look forward to seeing him do his thing this week. Should be an easy win.
Yep. You definitely need those.
Yeah, we do.
I think as especially with a young freshman quarterback, I think this could be something to build upon. If he looks pretty good,
our team might win 4 games this year. We have a brutal last 5 or 6 games. It's gross. I don't even know why he did this.
Yep. All right, let's talk Ohio State.
Yes, sir.
Ohio State plays Western Michigan this week. They are a 38-point favorite. The total for this game, 54. Jake, tell me about what you saw last week for Ohio State.
I saw about the norm, a slow-ass start for no reason, but that's what they've been doing the last couple of years, even with Stroud. But they normally get it together around week 3, and they start doing their thing. And this is going to be another possible slow start game. Get used to the new quarterback. Work out the kinks in the offense. All the young guys' jitters should be out. But I'll tell you one thing, I did like it. Everything the defense did. Ohio State's defense still for real. Jack Sawyer is an excellent leader. Caleb Downs was an excellent ad. Denzel Burke's doing his thing. Sonny Styles. I'm not even going to name all of them, but the defense is outstanding. Will Howard is everything as advertised. He's more mobile than I thought. I did not realize that he was as fast as he was. He's very good when it comes to evading and then getting downfield, and he's accurate too. It's just the receivers were dropping the ball at the first half. I don't get it, but no, they're looking outstanding, and it's looking to be a really, really good year. And this game, again, more than likely, possibly a slow start, but this is where you get everything together, get organized, and get ready. Should they hit the number? They should. It just might take a while to get there.
Okay, but you feel good about the game though? Like you feel good about it? Like betting on it if you wanted to?
No, absolutely, no problem.
Okay, cool. Well, that's Ohio State for you right there. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk some LSU. We're also going to be talking Texas. So stick with us. We'll be right back. What do you guys expect to see out of Nick Chubb coming off of an ACL?
I would not bet against Nick Chubb.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's the Terminator. That fool in that squad. You see the weight he was squatting?
Stupid.
That rapidness.
Yeah, dumb.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
All right, we are back. The SEC Pub. Let me ask you guys a quick overall question here. In general, especially when you're playing like college football, the video game, right?
Okay.
You win the coin toss. Mm-hmm. What do you do when you win the coin toss, Coach?
I kick.
Coach kicks. Jake, what you do?
I kick.
Will. All right. I think it's unanimous. We all will kick. And for some reason, Brian Kelly refuses to kick. All right. And it pisses me off so much ever since he's gotten here. Okay. That's right. We're talking LSU. And just real quick, I am sick of being a meme. All right. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. All right.
Boy.
So right here, we're on the damn white couch. All right, we got FSU, UCLA, USC, FSU, and Michigan. I'm sorry, Mississippi State, all standing behind us, getting ready to pounce on us on
Going
the white
to work.
couch. Yes,
Blowing our
all right.
backs.
Now, if you didn't know, LSU has lost the last 5 openers. Yes. Lost the last 5 openers. All right. And that's what that meme represents. I'm sick of being a meme. All right. So do you believe a week 1 win is important in general? Should you schedule a cupcake game so you get this win? Like Alabama played Western Kentucky,
In the SEC, you should. You got to work the kinks out.
Yes.
Because once it gets started, it doesn't stop until the ride's over.
Yes. So the problem with this is next year, LSU scheduled to go to Clemson. Now, we just talked about Clemson and how Clemson's kind of going down and all that kind of stuff. But we still got to go to Clemson, week number 1.
It's a dub. I'm calling it now.
I'm a coach on that one.
I can't add Clemson back here. All right, ain't no more room. All right, we need to draw the line at 5. All right, 5 is the line. No more. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the LSU game versus USC. I like what I saw out of my quarterback, Garrett Nussmeier. That's definitely a positive.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I like the way he looked. He's very poised. He looked like he's been there before. Now, of course, there are some plays he'd like to have back. But still, I thought overall he looked good. Now, for my defense, compared to the defense we had last year, this was a world of difference. World of difference. All right, we had the worst defense in college football history last year. No doubt about it. Okay, statistics prove it. And so we improved, but we're still not where we want to be. And I said we wouldn't gonna be where we want to be because of the cornerback situation.
DBU?
Yes. So Brian Kelly, when he came in, he got rid of the cornerback coach and he went to Florida. We just got him back from Florida. He got to fix things again. So that's what happened with that. So now the bad, again, Brian Kelly taking the ball when he wins, the coin toss all the time, and then going all the way down and then not cashing it in. All right. He was too aggressive. He's been really aggressive the past 3 games. I can think of 2 other spots in the previous FSU games or on that first possession. We go for it on 4th down and we don't convert. Therefore, we don't score first. So let's try a new tactic, Brian Kelly. Let's try kicking. Let's just see what happens. Now, this game against Nicholls State, this is the game I wish we had week 1 so we can work some of the kinks out. I expect to crush Nicholls State. There's no line on this game. Don't put any money on this crap because, listen, it's going to be – I think it's going to be a bloodbath whenever it happens. But I'm not betting on it. So, yeah, that's how I feel about LSU this week. Maybe we get some improvement from our running game. Our running game has not been consistent, and that was a problem. That's something that I expected to be different. Having one of the best offensive lines in the country, I expected us to dominate on the line, and that did not happen. So we need to go back to the drawing board with the running game. So, what's going on?
Listen to these drops, man. They are so fitting. Now, I'm not just saying it because I'm a homer, but if this young man comes in and fixes your running back situation, get that running game going, I'll take my coach is the greatest t-shirt via FedEx.
I got you, coach.
It's sad that the young man got hurt. Was that Emory, I think his name?
Yeah.
It's sad that he got hurt. It's sad he got hurt, but one door closed, another door opens, and it's got to be next man up. We got to be prepared to go. I know from what I've seen his mother on social media, she's going to make sure he's ready. The young man's going to be prepared. But yeah, it's let me ask you this though: if for some unknown, godforsaken reason y'all lose to Nicholls State, what is going to be the temperature for Brian Kelly there? Because I'm already feeling like that seat's warming up a little bit.
Listen, Brian Kelly got a 10-year deal.
Right on time. A what? Took right on time with it.
got a 2-year deal. I mean, a 10-year deal. I'm sorry, and is so much. All the money's guaranteed or whatever. Right now, if LSU wanted him to go away, it would cost them $63 million. Now we're
That's
just
still less than Jumbo Fisher, right?
I don't know. You know what? Let me look. How much Jimbo Fisher was?
I think Jimbo was like $80 million or something crazy.
Yeah, I think Jimbo was like 75 million. That's what it was. Yeah. So yeah, that's Jimbo Fisher neighborhood for sure.
That might be your next coach.
Yeah, no. He had a chance now. We was trying to get him. We was trying to get him. But nah, man, you don't make this kind of investment with a Brian Kelly and then pay them to go away. Like literally, you can't do it because we don't have the kind of fat alumni base with just trillions of money, dollars just waiting to be spent. We've pretty much tapped out our base. We're tapping into normal fans now and all that kind of stuff to compete with recruiting, and so we just really getting our NIL together. All right, where we can actually compete with Oregon and Texas on these offers for recruits. So, we're not about to give more money away like that. And Brian Kelly also just built a facility for recovery in the LSU football building. So he just built it. They're not gonna fire him then after he just built that too. So. No, LSU gonna be all right. Now the issue is there's really no record margin for error, right? You three losses, you out pretty much, and so we got one already, and you got to play the SEC schedule, so it's pretty bad. So. All right, let's get to Texas at Michigan. Texas is a 7-point favorite. The total is 42. Coach, what you think about last week, and what you expect to see this week?
Last week is now. I would have to say I was a little bit worried about the secondary. A lot of young guys back there, and that wide receiver for Colorado State, he's first round talent. And they shut him down. So that was promising to see that. They had a good game plan. Running game, I liked it. The true freshman, he balled out. He did his thing for us. Blue still is the starter. But I liked it. I like it a lot. Now going into this week, I'm very excited. I'm so excited. I don't even drink anymore, but I will be watching the game at somebody's bar.
I'm so excited.
I am definitely looking forward to them playing in the big house. I'm giddy. I am so giddy about that.
This is the game of the week for sure.
Coach is going to be sipping a Shirley Temple watching this.
I'll be more than likely I will. But I'm curious to see how Blue and Wisner holds up. I think yours and Manning are going to do their thing. Just considering what they lost on offense, they just reloaded. It seems.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even the tight end that they stole a receiver and a tight end from Alabama. That let you know, coming to the SEC, they've arrived. Yeah. And the one of the announcers said something that stuck out to me. The reason why Texas can have success is because Sark came from the SEC and he understands it starts and ends with your offensive and defensive lines, and he's built both of those lines up.
Yep.
Let's go. Hook 'em.
Absolutely.
I'm probably just as excited as Coach is for this game because I've been talking to Coach about this for 3 damn months. I'm like, I cannot wait for week 2 where I'm screaming fucking hook 'em.
I feel you, Jake.
Can't stand it.
I'm loving it, man. Loving it.
So Michigan, I think Michigan's got like a little bit of a quarterback situation. They've been trying to figure out their starting quarterback, and they went with Warren, who went out and went 10 for 25, 118 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. With those kind of numbers, those kind of sound like those Texas A&M numbers you were talking about there, Coach.
Mm-hmm. And that ain't gonna do it, dog. I can tell you, UT gets up by 14 to 21 points. It's going to turn into a track meet.
Right.
Sark is not going to come off the gas. I can promise you that.
Yes.
And they did have Alex Orji, I guess, come in for a play, and he went 1-for-1 with 1 touchdown pass. So you might see a different starter with Michigan come this Saturday, but more than likely it's going to be, I don't know his name because I don't pay attention to them bitches, but
Warren.
whoever number 16 is, yeah, him.
I don't know how Alex Orji didn't get the job to begin with.
It doesn't make no sense.
Well, they're saying that Warren beat him out.
He's a walk-on.
Something like that, yeah. But it's not sold because of his performance. So if he does not perform, he won't be started for very long. I'll tell you that. So, So, yep. All right, man. Let's
I'm so giddy, my friend.
let's wrap up the show by picking some games. And you can join our college football pick'em by going over to Yahoo to college football pick'em. The group ID is 11160. The password is CFB for college football.
You hear that?
CFB.
College football pick'em. Get your ass in there and sign up.
That's right. Sign up. So we're gonna pick 3 games here out of the list. Let's start off with Texas at Michigan, and points don't really matter. So in this game, so let's start off with you, Coach. Texas at Michigan.
Come on, baby.
All right, Jake, what you got?
Texas by a blowout.
All right, Will.
No, Texas, yeah.
All right, I will go with Texas as well. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be close. I think Texas is going to take a tumble down the rankings after this one. They're ranked number 10 right now, so I don't see this faring out well for them. We got Arkansas at Oklahoma State, and I am going to actually go with Oklahoma State here. I don't believe in Arkansas and their offense. They've got a mobile quarterback, although he can run. I'm not sure about his passing, and so they're going to be tested against Oklahoma State. So, Coach, what you got?
I am biased. I am a big fan of Jaquindon Jackson, so I'm going with Arkansas.
All
Same.
right. Okay.
Dunkerville Panther, baby.
Mm-hmm. I done see it.
Jake, what you got?
They have talked up Oklahoma State this year to where I'm almost not a believer and figure that they're kind of a phantom team. But I'm going to follow the hype, I guess. I'm going to go with OSU.
All right, cool. And our final game for this week in our pick'em, we got Tennessee at North Carolina State. I'm going to go with Tennessee. Shout out to John, Sports for You. What you think, Coach?
Man, I think it's a no-brainer. Based on what I saw this past weekend, it's got to be Tennessee, man. Will's guy made me a believer.
I've been talking about him for 2 years. It's crazy.
Nico's the real deal.
This is
been the longest. I think this has been one of the longest roads I've ever had with like watching a player other than like Shabazz Napier, because I grew up playing in the same city as him, so I watched him from a child. But like other than that, like yeah, I've just been watching Nico in videos since he was in high school, and yeah,
he's been hyping him. Will's definitely he was on that train early.
Yeah,
I didn't know Will was a fan of Baz. Yeah, he was fun at UConn.
I played against Baz many times. His whole family,
badass.
really. Him and his brother Timmy was nice. Brother Timmy was better than him early, but didn't have the
this is kind of a win-win for Will. He gets to root for a quarterback he's high on and gets to root against North Carolina State.
Indeed, I do.
He's got a beef with North Carolina State.
What's the beef with North Carolina State here?
Yeah, do tell.
Go ahead with the
story. I was supposed to. That's supposed to be the team that I was brought to see and become a fan of when I was down there.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And instead, I became a Gators fan, much to the dismay of everyone down there. So. Hey, look, contrarian gonna contrarian. You brought me to a place and expected something, and that's your fault.
Oh, okay.
I'm also taking Tennessee, by the way.
Okay, cool. All right. Are there any other games that we did not mention today that you guys maybe wanted to bring up, had a thought about, or anything like that?
Mm-hmm. Not that I know of.
Okay.
I'm solely focused on my Longhorns.
All right, cool. I want to make sure I'm not leaving anything out here. Real quick, I guess. Coach Prime, thoughts on Coach Prime. Week 1, Will. Coach Prime in Colorado. Oh, you muted or something, Will.
It's always going to be the same with them. It's always going to be a lot of hype, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right.
So I want to see when they start facing off against the better teams on their schedule. See what happens.
Okay.
I think they make the playoff.
No.
Nope.
Right. So
they're not ready. They're still building, you know. But Travis Hunter, I'm drafting him in my NFL team as a wide receiver, straight up.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about that.
That's the best receiver in college football right now. He's the best. He might be the best pure player in college football.
Right. Yep.
Hey, I didn't get a chance to say it because I was actually looking. I don't mean to cut off and go back. I do think Boise State and Oregon could be an interesting game for anyone that wants to watch and see that one.
Okay. Yeah, Boise State running back. He did his thing this previous game, so I can see what you're saying there, Jake.
Yeah. Also, I'm with Will on the Colorado stance. You're going to get what you get, and you're also not really going to know because the defense is so poor and they need some help, and the offensive line's got to be able to block when they get into the deeper games. So going to be fun to watch them while they do their fun stuff, and Travis Hunter continues to do his thing. I hope the Patriots wise up, get a low pick, and get him. That'd be fun. But, yeah, that's my little take on Colorado.
Can we send Travis some help, though? He doesn't need to play as many snaps as he's playing.
They can't play like every snap of the game.
It's not safe.
Yeah. It's not.
It's like I said I forget what post it was, but I said in the post in the chat room, you did right by him by giving him the opportunity to show how unbelievably gifted he is on both sides of the ball. I think now it's your turn as a coach to then protect the player. So it is time to not run him into the ground like that. I don't think he understands that when he did this, or when Chris Gamble did this, or when Woodson did this, they were on much better teams. Right. And therefore, when they were playing on both sides of the ball, they could take snaps off. They could not have to go as crazy or be the end-all, be-all for that team. And when they got on the receiver role of it, they were mainly used to really stretch the field or really have a huge play. But they were not the guy that you need to
number one
make
guy,
your biggest play, but then also he needs to move the chains for you. And then also he's got to cover the – it's not fair to him. They got to stop.
That's tough, man.
They probably got an IV ready for him at halftime every game.
This man has massages at the crib when he gets there. It's all of it, but it's not enough.
Does this affect his NFL career?
No, but I think when he gets to the pros, he's going to have to pick a side.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. That'll be a thing. But again, if you treat it like Dion, the way they did with Dallas, cool. You bring him in for a few plays in the slot. Let him run straight if you want to. Don't run him over the middle, you nuts. Just fucking Let him go. And it depends on, unless you're going to make him a receiver.
But we talk about mileage with running backs, right? Well, why don't we talk about mileage with him?
He should be on a pitch count.
Of course. And obviously the mileage with running backs is because every time you touch the ball, you're going to get hit. Whereas receiver, you may not even catch the ball. It may not be thrown to you in that play. It's a lot different when you're playing running back. Also, who's hitting you?
Right.
Because
every play you're going to get hit, it's probably a linebacker.
Yeah. True. You smaller guys hitting the guys outside, but yeah. All right, I got you. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up our show this week. Once again, join our college football pick'em over on Yahoo. The group ID 11160. Password is CFB for college football. CFB. So we wrapping this thing up, and we will see you guys next week for more SEC Pub. And we out.
Absolutely.
Remember to follow us on social media at BSNBeer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.